practically have an alarm for 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:30. I don't know. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Luchi and this is LuchisJournal. So on this space we share everything self-development, self-growth and life in between. Alright, so the idea is to grow and grow together as a community. So this is actually an unscripted video, so I'm just saying everything from my head and going with the flow as it comes. I just wanted to share an update of my life so far, how life has been lifed, and how I've been keeping tabs of what I planned to achieve this year. Given the fact that this year is more or less a major milestone for me and a huge year of a mindset shift, following what I shared in my first video, which is starting afresh. I'm literally starting afresh this year in every ramification. But starting afresh in this sense is that I'm starting with lessons, like the lessons that I've learned over the years, the lessons that I have learned, some because of my horrible decisions, some life happened, and all of those things all joined together. And will I say that this has been easy? It has not been easy. I won't even lie, to be very honest. But then again, I feel like the saying, tough times don't last, what tough people do. Because these tough seasons eventually make you the person that you're going to become in the future, because you've amassed experience, amassed lessons, and extra flesh and tough skins that will keep you going, so that when you get to meet your future self, you will know that you're coming in with happiness, you're coming in with things that you're able to balance the person that you're going to be in the future, right? So starting up this year, I made it a call to be very intentional with everything I do, my spiritual life, my physical life, health-wise, emotions, mental health, and everything in between. And so far so good. We've been going with intentionality. To be frank, there are some times that I forget. There are some times that I forget that I'm on a journey. There are some times that I forget that there are things that I have made myself or planned to achieve. There are some times I lose motivations. If anyone is telling you that you've always been motivated, they are lying to you. There are sometimes I'm not motivated to do anything. There are sometimes in between January and now that I got tired. There are many nights that I cried, right? Because I felt like this is difficult. But then again, nothing good comes easy, because if it were, a lot of people would have achieved it. That is why it looks kind of scanty up there and look more crowded down here, right? So it's not always easy. There are sometimes you not want to do anything. There are sometimes you become very tired, worn out, and all of these things. There are sometimes it feels like you're not seeing progress. But once you continue with those little habits that you're doing, those intentional good habits that you're putting in place, everything will keep falling in place, or everything will start falling in place. The little habits are what matters. The little showing up that you do on a daily, that you do regularly, are what matters. Okay, so now let's go to my spiritual life, because this is a journal, right? So this is me being accountable, right? So for my spiritual life, I have been very intentional with it. I have intentionally ensured that I watch what I listen to. I watch the associations that I find myself in, because take it or leave it, the associations you mingle with, the books you read, things you listen to, directly or indirectly end up shaping you. Because I don't know how your mind works, but I'm the kind of person that after going through the day's toll and everything, at night I end up regurgitating, reminiscing about how my day has gone, what I've listened to, and things like that. And imagine if I feel my mind or found myself in the wrong kind of association, or read the wrong things, or listened to the wrong things. That means I would end up regurgitating wrong things, end up sleeping with wrong things, and I might even end up dreaming wrong things, right? So that's actually a bad a no. So I intentionally ensure that okay, my friends are being selected. Like I spec, so like I'm discarding some of my friends. I made it a call to associate or stay more with friends that build me up positively. Friends that are spiritual plus spiritual increase addition and not spiritual minus. And also in regards to social media, the social media is one place that I feel like influences us a lot without us even knowing, because the social media is a good thing, but then again it also has its negatives because of the things that you end up seeing, the things the algorithm throws to your face and everything. So what I did is I had to go through my social media, check those that I'm following, because even these days, without you following some of these quote and unquote not too good people that share not so good content for your mind, it just pops up on your timeline, right? So what I did is I had to like go and unfollow a lot of people that were not adding to my life in any way. I did a lot of unfollowing and all of those things, and I started intentionally engaging more with contents that will build me, content that are in line with my career, content that are in line with my spiritual life, content that will build me morally and all of those things. So I did this for like a week plus, and I realized that the algorithm started recommending it more to me, right? So I realized that most times these days when I'm on social media, maybe to do one or two things, the content I'm seeing are content that are in line with what I want, because I have engaged with this kind of content over time, right? So maybe you can also take cognizance of that. And I also intentionally laid out my plans. I had to like ensure that I discuss some of my plans or my goals with trusted friend. I don't want to say friends, plural, friend, one person, because I genuinely don't know how to keep accountability partners. The next thing is accountability partner in regards to your growth. So will I tag this video my growth so far, and you can come up and tag for it anyway. So this is the more or less like my growth so far. So I have one accountability partner that keeps me in check, right? So having an accountability partner actually also helps, because there are times that you might not feel the vibe. So your accountability partner is going to put you in check. This is a tip. If you have someone that has the same mindset as you, that is like-minded as you, you can just holler the person and be like, please, can you be my accountability partner? Just let me report to you my day-to-day work or what I did every day or stuff. So just hold me in check and ensure that you have an accountability partner that desires your growth in as much as you do. That will be straight with you. That won't say, oh, because you're my friend, you're slacking, I'm smiling with you. No, when you're slacking, your accountability partner should be able to like hold you up and be like, listen, this is what you want to do, you have to do it. Accountability partner should be able to tell you the truth, no matter how bitter it is, because eventually it is for your good, right? So moving on, I have an accountability partner that we discuss radically every day. So we also started up, funny enough, he actually brought this up, which I actually appreciate so much, because it is something that I have been wanting to do, right? And I actually thank God that the spirit is in sync and the like-mindedness is like-minded, right? So he brought up the idea of doing Bible study, after every section of getting to know the new wing and all of those things. So we wrap the day up with a Bible study. So we read a book of the Bible and we discuss it. To be frank, to be honest, in all sincerity, ever since I started doing this, I can't find the right word, but it has been the best spiritually. I won't even lie. Like, it does something to your mind. I am not trying to sound churchy, but it does something to your mind. Like, you study the Word of God, and the Holy Spirit just ministers to us in different forms. We pray, then we sleep. It does something. I can't explain it. I feel like it is something that you appreciate more if you do. Try having an accountability partner, or you might have your accountability partner separately and just have a study partner. Like, I'll just say I'm blessed that I have my accountability partner as my study partner. So we practically go through life and deal with this life together. I guess that's what it is. But if you can have your accountability partner be your study partner, you can just have a study partner differently and an accountability partner differently. And the other part is in regards to the reading. I mentioned some books that I intend to read. Have I read all these books? Yes, definitely, because I made it a call to ensure that I read at least a book in a month. And the sweet part is I'm actually in more than 3 groups now that demand reading. First, like I mentioned earlier, I have an school where we read. We have a book that we are reading. We are still on this anyway. Good morning, Holy Spirit, by the name. I am in a book club, Limitless Club, where we read books every month. That's number 2. I am in another one, like a transformation club book, like a transformation community, where we are reading one. Then I have one that I read for myself. Like I also put myself through the process of reading one book for myself, like every month, right? So I have about 4 books that I'm reading every month. And the thing is, I'm not just reading it. That's the sweet part of this group thing, because they hold you accountable. You have to come back and explain what you read. So you can't just say you're reading a book and you won't be accountable that way when you are saying, okay, there are some people that are disciplined. That's why you need to be disciplined. I feel like that's where the place of discipline comes into play, because discipline is a very good thing. If you have it, you're blessed. It takes a lot of effort. It takes work to be disciplined. So the group thinking hold us accountable, because when we read, it's not just about reading. We have like a section, a time where we come together and we explain, we review this book that we have read, we ask questions, we deliberate on it, and it is the best, right? It is actually the best. So if you can find groups like this that you can always read with, maybe you're not the type that is disciplined enough to read by yourself. If you can find groups that you can read together and discuss it together, that will help you so very much. Seriously. Or if you can't find them, if you can create one within your friends, that is why it's good to select your friends intentionally. You can't just allow anyone to be in your circle. Ensure you select friends that will help you grow, right? So if you can just do something with your friends, 3, 2, 4 of them, right? You guys just read a chapter or 2, then by the end of the week you discuss it. It is going to help you. Like, just imagine you do this consistently for a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year. Like, the difference would definitely be clear, right? So the book reading is something that I've complicated. I mean, it's a plan, it's a goal that I intended to do, and I am working. I thank God that I have not slacked. I'm still reading, and any days that I skip reading any of my ebook, I do audiobook. Audiobook is highly recommended. Though there was something I noticed while reading one of the books, that as I was listening to the audiobook, it seemed like it was not doing justice. So I had to go back to the ebook. So this is something you don't have to like read all of the book once. You can do a chapter one day, 2 chapters, the next day. Like that. What matters is that you're growing. Consistency is what makes the difference. Not necessarily you're doing 100% today and the next day you're not doing anything. No. You're doing 1% today, tomorrow 1%, next tomorrow 3%, 1%. As far as you are showing up, the main thing is showing up. Are you showing up daily? Show up daily, alright? So moving on, the next one is my mental health. Okay, so anxiety is something I've been struggling with for a while right now, and given the fact that I used to tag myself as a perfectionist, I made a video on that. You should actually check that out. Perfectionism is not something you want to align with. That doesn't mean you shouldn't strive for excellence. It is a thing to strive for excellence, but there is a thin line between excellence and perfectionism. Perfectionism is not a path I would want you to take, because I did it. I've been doing it for like more than 10 years, and the result hasn't really been nice. It wasn't nice for me. So it's one of the things that triggered in me is anxiety. So anxiety is something I've been struggling with, and for the past weeks, right, I've been making intentional efforts to curb it, to kill it, because this is not me. I wasn't born with anxiety, so it's something that I picked up along the line, that came up along the line without me even knowing. So I have to like intentionally retrace my step and get back myself, my mental and emotional health, right? Although has the journey been easy coming this? Nope. Because sometimes I find myself worrying to the extent that I slip back to this space. But like I said, I have a accountability part now. You know, the sweet part is that I highlighted all of these things that I'm going through, and also I highlighted this part. So we are like checkmating ourselves. So when this feeling starts coming up, this anxiety thing, yeah, just pausing like it's coming again. A attic is coming, and all of those things. So it's going to like be talks me through it, pray together, talk about it, and we just dissect where the issue is coming from, the root cause of it, and we deal with it, and I feel good. So on your journey to growth, on your journey of life, most times it is usually not advisable to do it on your own, right? Sometimes you need someone to hold your hands for you to do it together. That is the importance of the accountability partner. Accountability partner, I feel like it's not being hyped on enough. It's actually a good thing, especially if you have a great partner, if you have someone that has the same goal, that has the same vision as you, that has the same growth vision as you, right? That won't be all soft on you when you're sleeping, that will be firm enough to hold you up when you're sinking and tell you the truth that you need to keep going, that believes in you even when you don't believe in yourself. You know, nothing actually surpasses a great accountability partner, to be honest, right? So whenever this thing comes up, you just talk about it or you face it. Is it going to disappear like once? Nope. It's a process, right? It's a process. But one thing is certain is after 5 years, after 5 years is still on you, after 6 months, a year, you look back and you realize that where you used to be is not where you are now. Like there is a huge difference, right? As far as you're taking the step, as far as you're doing the consistent step-by-step thinking that you're meant to do. Okay, so the next one is my mental and emotional health. Given the fact that I overthink things a lot, I made it a conscious effort to take life one step at a time, to be more in my state of being. Does this happen once? No. Like I said, it doesn't happen once. Nothing happens once. Nothing good happens once. And let's say there is no habit that you have built over time that you can stop once. For you to overcome any habit, any bad or good habit, another habit has to supersede, another habit has to override. And one thing about habits is that it doesn't happen. There is this rule that for something to become an habit, you have to do it consecutively, consistently for 21 days. So for an habit to be called an habit, it has to be consistent for 21 days unfailingly, right? So for you to overcome any negative habits that you have picked up and built on without knowing, you have to override it with a good and a better habit, right? That would help shape your life and build your future for the better you. So that's the idea. Building up, going with the good and positive habits that will help shape you, right? So I had to intentionally start dropping all of this overthinking thing and things that messes with my mental health or things that mess with my emotions, because I can be an intense person. So I try as much as I can to see or censor what I dwell on or what I invest my time in, alright? So it doesn't end up messing with my mind or messing with my emotions. The next part is my health. I said I was going to start working out. Okay, don't judge me, please. Don't judge me. Have I started working out? I did it one day and I stopped. I don't applaud myself for this. I don't like the fact that I am not doing it. I genuinely want to. I have no excuse. All the excuses I am about to give you, if I'm to give it, is lame, because there is no excuse. Let me something is a priority to you and means a lot to you. You don't have any excuse. I don't want to say I don't have time, because I can know that I can always create time, right? I can either create time in the morning when I wake up, or at night before I go to bed, right? So I don't want to say I have any excuse, because there is no excuse for a mind that is determined. So it is my fault, it is my bad. I have not been consistent and serious with the working out thingy, and it is still affecting me. I won't even lie. It is genuinely still affecting me because I still feel the backache, the leg aches, the leg cramps and stuff. And do I know what I need to do? Yes, I know what I need to do. I'm just lazing around and procrastinating what help me, and I take up what I need to do and do what I need to do. So in all of this, it is actually the exercising part that I've been slacking on. Have you been slacking too? Please don't be like me. It is time to do it. It's time to work out. You won't say, or you shouldn't say that you can't work out because you're not fat. Of course I'm not fat, I am on the lucky side, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't work out. Workouts is not just for the burning calories. It is more or less, I feel like the major part is even for keeping fit. I look like, I am like, I am slim, but I can't categorically say that I am fit. If I'm telling myself the truth, I am not fit. I am not in my fittest face right now, and it is showing, it is affecting me. So working out will also help you to fit. So working out will also help you to stay fit and actually think straight and be in a better space mentally. Yeah, working out helps your mind, so it helps you clear your mind, it helps you declutter, it helps you relieve yourself of stress. Yeah, it does. So this is like a wake-up call to me to start up what I told myself that I am going to start up for the year. So among other things, I think it's the working out part that I have been slacking on, and I genuinely hope to fix that ASAP, right? So moving on, so there are habits that I have tried to inculcate. So this is what like a typical day for me looks like. I wake up by 4 o'clock. I practically have an alarm for 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. I don't know if I'm doing all that is that weird. If that's what you do, please let me know in the comment section. So I set up this alarm. But the thing is, 4 o'clock wakes me up, right? But sometimes I'm usually lazy. I'll just be like, not waking up by them. But I always ensure that it doesn't exceed 5:30 or 5, especially if it is on a weekday that I am going to work, because I need to like wake up, pray, meditate, do all of those things before going out, right? But if it is on a weekday, if it is on a weekend, most of my weekends are occupied. So this is what my Monday to Friday looks like. So I wake up by 4, right? Or at most 5 o'clock. I pray, I read my Bible. I have a Bible app that I listen to. I play some songs, I do some affirmations, I do some meditations. If I were to follow my plans, I was meant to work out, but sometimes I feel too lazy to work out. Hopefully I'll start inculcating that my workout plan, right? So I don't work out. I have not been working out. I did it once and I stopped. God help me. So after that, I take my bath, shower, freshen up, and I go to work, right? So at work, I do all of my thingy. I'm close 4:35 p.m., right? So when I get home, I usually take a nap most times when I get back, except for days that I go to church, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays. Any day I go to church, I usually sleep late, right? So I don't take naps because I have to go for midweek services, right? But for days that I don't go for midweek services, I usually always take a nap when I get back. So when I get back, I wash my clothes, do a little reading or a little movie or some YouTube videos. I'm big on watching YouTube videos, watch some YouTube videos, podcasts, or things that are in line with my niche too as well. Then after that, I'll prep for my Bible study. Like I mentioned earlier, I have a Bible study plan that I do with my accountability partner. So we do that between 10 to 12. Sometimes it even gets to 1, when the discussions are deep. But we usually try as much as we can so it doesn't exceed 1, because I have to sleep obviously and wake up the next day by 4:35. So this is what I do from Monday to Friday. Something else that I do is maybe when I have free days during work, I sometimes just listen to some videos, YouTube videos on data analysis. Yeah, data analysis is something that I genuinely want to dive in right now. So it's more or less like my long-term plan, going to intern school for data analysis. I mean, if you don't know, I'm doing a 9 to 5, so yeah. For my weekend plan, definitely I wake up 7, 8, given the fact that I'm not rushing to work, right? So on a Saturday, if it is a day that I don't have any podcast shoots, definitely I will have an LC meetup. LC is my book club where we meet every Saturday, right? So if I don't have a podcast, what I do is that I switch it. For days that I know that I'll be going for LC, I'll ensure that I have a podcast shoot that day. And for days that I know that okay, I'll have an LC and I'll have LC, there won't be any podcast that day. And for days that none of those things are coming up, when I wake up, I freshen up, read, listen to my Bible and everything. I go back to listen to my class. I call it my class. I mean, YouTube is a university on its own. So I just take some time, that after eating it, definitely. So I just take some time on YouTube, watch data analysis video, learn the theory parts and what I need to know, and watch some videos that are in line with my niche. Basically, go up all I can in regards to knowledge hunting on YouTube. YouTube is a university. YouTube has a lot of knowledge in it that you can dive in. It depends on what you're searching on. So that's what I do on a Saturday. Then I have a reference, to like declutter and relax, to catching up and all. Towards evening, I prep for church activities and all of those things. Then on Sunday, I practically spend all of my Sunday in church. Literally, all day on Sunday is in church, except for days that maybe I have something that comes up that I need to attend to, events or something like that. But aside that, that is practically how my week goes, right? But in between all of these things, I try as much as I can not to lose focus on the future, which is I intend to definitely be a cinematographer and a data analyst, even though I'm doing a 9 to 5 now. The 9 to 5 now definitely, yes, is a temporary, but I also ensure that I create time in between this week that I am in to factor in where the end result is, to get some time to learn. Yes, I want to go to the school of this thing, that is a film school and a tech school. But before I get there, I just have to be laying the foundation in learning what I need to know about, like the basics about these things, practicing places I need to practice. So that when I get there eventually, I won't be an entire novice. Like I won't be entirely a novice, right? And I also forgot to mention, in between this week, I also take some time out to record, to record YouTube, because so one of the promises I made to myself is to ensure that I never skip any week. Like I have to be that disciplined enough to ensure that I show on my YouTube space weekly, right? So these are practically how my day goes, making the intentional effort. You don't have to do everything all at once. You don't have to overwhelm yourself to actualize everything at once. As far as you're taking day to day, little step, that is what matters. Don't kill yourself. Don't burn yourself and become burnout. Take some time to rest, right? Eat the right food, okay? Hang out with the right people, do the right things, read your Bible, listen to the right songs. There is even the one I forgot to mention. There are sometimes I just feel like my mind is becoming too loud. I just play songs and listen, right? Other time I listen to devotionals, right? All of these things help in shaping your mind. So it's all about making intentional effort. Remember, it's 2025, a year of intentionality. It's all about making intentional effort. So this is practically all I have for you today in regarding the life update of my life, being a 9 to 5 a YouTuber, a cinematographer inside, and a data analyst inside. So you can share with me how you spend your own week or day. We can also learn one or two from you, right? You learn from me. Remember, like I said, this is a space where we learn from ourselves and build and grow while at it. Like this video if you haven't, drop your comment. I would genuinely love to see your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I appreciate each and every one of you that engage. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please share this video and invite more people to subscribe to this tribe. And so I'll see you next time, and until then, please do well to take care of yourself. Stay safe.